Hi everyone, it's Miss Kaisa, and I have a question for you. Have you ever rolled a toy car down a ramp or a ball and wondered what makes it go faster or slower? Well, guess what? Today we get to become a scientist and find out. We're going to build ramps using everyday items from our home to test how different forces affects how things move. This is fun, hands-on science, and you can do it right in your living room or, like me, outside in my yard. This lesson connects our third grade standards of NGSS P2-1. This means that we are going to learn to plan and carry out investigations to understand the effects of balanced and unbalanced forces on motion. By the end of this lesson, you'll be able to explain what a force is, describe how motion changes depending on how much force you use, and use your own ramp to show your thinking. So, some of the materials we're going to use, they can vary between you and me. I'm going to use this handy dandy old piece of plywood. You can use cardboard, you can use a lid, you can use any sort of flat object that you have for your ramp. You can use, I'm using a planter, and I'm gonna use this little squeeze water bottle flavorer. But you just need two objects of different heights. So you could use a thick book or a small book. Different things to change the heights of our ramps, okay? The other thing that we're gonna need is either a small toy car or a ball. In this case, I'm using a ball because my dog, you'll see him running around. He likes to chase them. And then you're also going to need a ruler or a measuring tape, depending upon what you have with you, and something to write with or write down on, and a rubber band or string to give you some extra push or pull, okay? These are all common items that you should be able to find in your house or find substitutes for. Okay, let's get started. So first I'm gonna build a low ramp using my plywood and my squeeze bottle. I'm going to see how far my car will go. That means I'm making a smart guess. I'm gonna guess that my ball travels 18 inches. Okay, I'm gonna roll it. Oh, hit the end of the table. It went 24 inches. Crazy. Now we're gonna raise the ramp. Write that down. We're gonna write that down. And we're gonna raise the ramp. Now that I've raised the ramp, I'm gonna do the same thing. I predict that this ball is gonna go 27 inches. Ready? Oh my gosh. Now I'm gonna measure it. Wait, 34 inches. That's because we increased the force by changing the ramp height. A steeper ramp means more of an unbalanced force, which makes the car move faster and farther. That's why if you've ever run down a hill, when you start to get momentum as you're going down the steep hill and you feel like you're gonna fall, same kind of idea, but with a ball or your toy car, okay? Now using your string or your rubber band, we're going to add force. This time I'm going to give the ball a little bit of a push with the string and see how it changes the motion. And we're gonna measure again. Whoa! This time the ball went 45 inches. That's an example of how extra force changes what we call motion. You're going to do the real science now. As you experiment at home, ask yourself or your child these things. What did you notice when we raised the ramp between the first time and the second time? What changed when we added a push? How far did your object go? And was that what you expected? I'm going to encourage you to use new words like force, motion, balanced, and unbalanced At the end of this lesson, we are going to have students draw a simple picture or timeline to show how far each car went and what changed. One thing that you could do to get their brains rolling is to think about what kinds of motion we have around them right now. Right now my dog is running. I would consider that motion. So, what did we learn today? A taller ramp means a stronger force. An added push gives your car more motion. When forces are unbalanced, things move, change speed, or change direction. And you just planned and carried out an investigation, just like real engineers and scientists do every day. And remember, this is not about being perfect. It's about trying, testing, asking questions, and learning through exploration. Next time, you can test your ramp on different surfaces. You could try plywood, carpet, tile, grass. That's called friction, a force that can slow things down. You can also write your own story problem. My car rolled 30 inches on the tile, but only 12 on the rug. Why? And families, don't forget the full written lesson plan with questions, vocabulary, and step-by-step directions is posted right below this video on our Class Wix page. Feel free to follow along or try it again later this week. Thanks everyone for exploring with me today. Keep asking questions, keep testing ideas, and keep rolling into science. I'll see you next time.